Mike Battles, the head football coach and athletic director, joins us this morning. And Coach, what a whirlwind of a spring and summer has been.
It sure has. We've been busy ever since February, and we're just getting busier.
Talk about this B.B. Comer football team. White Plains is tomorrow night. How's the spring and summer been to date?
Well, our kids have worked hard ever since spring training. When we finished spring training, we didn't have a great spring. We went up and played Cherokee County. They beat us. We went back, and our kids have gotten in the weight room, and we've been out there on that field working. We had some scrimmages with other teams, and it helps us out because, like I said, we don't have a lot of kids. We got our first bunch working. We don't have a bunch to go against them that's going to be competitive right now. But it's getting more competitive. Everybody's getting better. So we finally got our coaches in there. We had all of our coaches by the 4th of July, and so now we're moving. Everything's fitting. It's just what it takes.
Have been a winner. You've won state championships. You've been very successful as a head football coach. You come to B.B. Comer that hadn't been successful in a few years. They didn't win a game last season. How do you rebuild a program that several years ago was winning, went to state finals and under Coach Bobby Overton, but things have been lean the last few years. How do you rebuild this team?
Well, I'm not into rebuilding. We're going to take the kids that are there. There's some good kids at B.B. Comer. There's been some good kids there. We expect them to get out there and do what they're supposed to do. Our job is to get them ready, prepared, so that if we get out on that football field and have an opportunity to win, that we can win, that they'll be prepared to win. We don't promise any victories or anything else, but we will be prepared to win if we can. Our kids have worked hard. Our coaches have worked hard. We've been at it day after day after day, and we're not going to stop until we get the job done. That's the way it is. There's not. I don't know about rebuilding or anything like that. What I do know is that we're just going to go. We're going to do the things that everybody else in the state of Alabama is doing, and we're going to do it full speed. Our program is 12 months a year from now on, and that's the way things go. How's
that been accepted with the return players from B.B. Comer and the new guys that are coming in?
I think our kids I think they've bought in. They practice every day. We go out, we work hard. They expect to work hard. They expect, they've got expectations for our coaching staff, and we have expectations for them. And now we just got to fit them together and go on about our business.
Talk about your coaching staff. You mentioned they'd been in place since early July.
Well, we've had Coach Jackson. Jack Jackson's, he was a part of the other coaching staff, and Coach Orrin Barclay were a part, and they've got out there, and we worked together in the spring. So the other coaches, we've got Paul Stedman. Paul's going to handle our defense. Paul coached with me, and he's coached with me in 4 different schools in 2 different states. And so we know each other. He knows what we sort of we fit. And he's handling our defense. Miles Keith. Miles, I've tried to get Miles to come with me at a couple of places, and it didn't work out. And so, but he's here now. Miles is going to be coaching our linebackers and our scout defense. Coach Eddie Daniel. Eddie is an old Silicaga boy. Eddie's coming in, and he's going to be handling our offense, calling our offense for us. Coach Mark Vinson. Mark is from here. Mark's going to be our defensive line coach. He'll also be handling baseball and all. So we got, they're all in there now. Everything is fitting together. And we're, I really enjoy it. I think that B.B. Comer is a great place to be right now, and our coaches everybody's bought in. Our alumni, our booster club, our administration, and all, and things are just going. They're going well. Of course, now the whole thing boils down to we have to get out there and do our job on Friday night.
White Plains tomorrow night at Legion Stadium, and a lot of the viewers are watching this morning from especially in northeast Alabama and know a little bit about White Plains up in the Anniston area. What about this football team coming in to face the Tigers tomorrow night?
Well, they changed coaches in the spring also. And so, there's not a lot of information out there. Coach White and I have exchanged films, and we're we've looked at them, but like there's no history, so we'll go out there and we'll do a little experimenting in the first quarter. Everybody will find out what they're going to do and what we're able to do to them, and I'm sure they will too. But they have a good football team, and it'll be a contest. So, and we're looking forward to it. We're going to play it like a ball game. We're both going to play. We're going to play 4 12-minute quarters. It's going to be 48 minutes. We're going to go to a glass break. So that's the way things are.
Now, there has been some question about whether or not this is a regular season game or is this a jamboree, and the way the Alabama High School Athletic Association has it set up, I guess you can do one or the other, can you not?
Well, what it is you can go out, it's not a counter, it's a zero game. Now, some teams have to use that first game because they have an open date later in the season, and so that first game counts. Chillersburg will play Reeltown, that's a counter. So we don't have any open dates. So this ball game, even though it's a zero game, it won't count against either school. But we're going to play it like a ball game because we use the philosophy that the most improvement a high school football team will make will be between the first week or the first ball game and the second ball game. So we're using it, and so is White Plains as a first ball game. But it's really not. It's not going to count against either team. Met with Coach Battles a couple of days ago on the field at practice, and your defense you feel pretty good about. Your offense got a little ways to go yet. Well, we're not, it's one of those things, some days we eat the bear, some days the bear eats us. Our defense goes out there, we've got a good defensive scheme, a good defensive plan, and they get after it. They're good athletes, and they get out there and get with it. Offensively, it's a little bit, there's a lot of learning going on. And our kids we have some young ones that are getting out there and playing and all, but we have to get them all. Our offense will develop as we play other teams, because playing against our defense is not what we want to do. We want to go out and go against other people's defenses. And so that day offense we didn't do much, but the last 2 days now we've had really, now they've come alive, and so I'm looking for, the first ball games are all experimental. If the team makes a few mistakes, is going to win. Explain the philosophy or who Mike Battles is. I mean, you've won at other places. You come here to B.B. Comer. You're no stranger to the Sylacauga area, having played over at Sylacauga High School. But who is Mike Battles, and what can people expect from your coaching, from a coaching standpoint with you? Well, there's 3 things. I've been in coaching 45 years, and there's only 3 things that haven't changed. And that's block, tackle, execute, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to make few mistakes as we can. We're going to be sound in our kicking game. We're going to play defense. We're going to have 11 out there that we think are as good as we can get, the best 11 we can get on that. And then offensively, we're going to let our offense grow. And we're not going to have our whole offense in for the first ball game or the second ball game or on down. We'll grow as we find out what our kids can do offensively, and then we'll put that in. We'll be multiple on offense. We don't have anywhere near what we will be at the middle of the season when we start playing area and region games. Can you talk about 2 or 3 of the players that have kind of caught your attention or stood out in fall practice and spring work and summer work? Well, we only have 6 seniors. They've been out there and they've been good leaders. They practice, they're doing what they're supposed to do the whole time that we've been here. And they've helped bring those young kids along, and that's what we want them to do. You have to have some kind of leadership. The coaches can't do it all. They have to get out there. The boys have to want to do it. And every one of our seniors, Tyree McKinney, Taylor Owens, Dale McMillian, Brady Burton, I hope I don't forget him. These guys have led by example, only 6 seniors. So that bodes well for the future of B.B. Comer football with a younger group coming up. Well, that's true. We'll have a lot of it. We've got a lot of players that are going to be returning next year. And and that's, like I said, they've all gotten some. Our 8th grade linemen, our 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade linemen, and our backs all are getting the same amount of coaching. They're all out there on that field, and they're going to work. We're teaching, all of us speak one language. Our junior high does the same thing that we're going to do. They will open up, their season, and we want them to do well. So everybody's on the same page, and some of them are going to be dressed up. We're going to dress out some ninth graders and one or two eighth graders Friday night that may get on that field.
Well, finally, this morning, B.B. Comer hosting White Plains tomorrow night. Kickoff 7 o'clock at the stadium, and it does not count in the one-loss ledger, but it's an important start for you guys. And what are some of the things you're going to be looking for in this game of White Plains for your club?
I'll tell you exactly what we're going to. We don't want to eliminate mistakes. We don't want to go out there and we want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to make sure defensively we're out there 3 plays and out. Offensively, we want to execute. We don't want that ball on the ground. We don't want middle mistakes getting us beat. We don't want them. We don't want to be offsides. We don't movement. We want those kind of things right there. And then everything else will fit. We want to be sound in our kicking game. Early in the season, the kicking game, it'll kill you. You know, if you're not prepared, and our kids worked hard on the kicking game also, and we're looking forward to it. It's time to play. Yeah. I mean, that's all there is to it. And the 2 seniors I forgot were Lynn Harris and Hunter Abernathy. That's all of our seniors.
It came to you, didn't it?
That's right.
Coach Mike Battle's our guest this morning, and for the people who have gotten on this B.B. Comer train and they're feeling good about the direction that you're going, and you know, I've heard you say, hey, we hadn't played a game yet. You know, we got to get with it, but you got a pretty good feel a future of this B.B. Comer program. Talk to the supporters this morning that are watching about the vision you have, and talk about the future of this Tiger football program.
Well, right now we've got approximately 50 guys out. That's 8 through 12. Of those 50, we're going to have 44 of them back. Those 44 are getting the same amount of work as those 6 seniors. They're going to get better. Our off season will never stop. We're going to be out there 12. We'll be there 12 months a year. We, you know, our summers are full. This summer we played 4 11-on-11 scrimmages, and I like them better than passing camps and all. The 11-on-11, you get in there and you get face-to-face, and it's a ball game. And that's what we intend to do. We intend to improve, because it's hard for us to tell right now. Now, next year, I believe it'll be less. It'll be easier, because we'll have more kids out. There are kids now that are trying to get on board. We've got our 7th graders coming in. They're going to start. We're going to have some 7th graders out there with us that'll start practicing soon enough. But they'll play on our junior high. And we want our junior high to do well. We want those guys to get out there, and we want them to win. And that's where it starts. And we've got some good junior high. I mean, the young kids, we've got some good young ones. All of our skilled people, 90% of our defense will all return next year.
You don't mind. Now, I have to be careful how I say this, because you don't mind getting in the zone with a player and say, hey, you got to do this. This is the way we're doing it.
Well, you know, we want them to get out there, and we're going to try to teach them the right way. I want their effort too. Mm-hmm. I don't play on Friday night. They do. I want it to be, it's important. I want them to be committed. I want that guy, I want you to know, I want that center to know that them 2 guards are committed. And I want them guards to know that them tackles are same thing. And on defense, 11 guys out there playing for one reason. That's to stop the other team. Doesn't matter who your stats or whatever. This is team football, and if it's not team football, then there's a problem. So we try to eliminate that problem in practice. We want everybody to do their job and then go help their buddy.
Coach, we thank you for being with us this morning. B.B. Comer head football coach Mike Battle's our guest this morning. B.B. Comer hosting White Plains tomorrow night. Kickoff at 7 o'clock, and this is a game that B.B. Comer circled because they want to do well in the first game. It's a learning experience for them, and Coach Mike Battle's in his first year as head football coach of the B.B. Comer Tigers. Coach, thanks for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
We'll see Coach Battles again next week and every Thursday morning about this time for the Coach's Corner here on TV 47 and the Alabama Cable Network.